What about this, Johnny?
The World Championships are underway up in Scotland at the moment. They've just completed the first day of action. Let's speak to the man running the tournament, Stuart Miller. Good evening to you, Stuart.
Hi, Johnny. Hi, Chris. How are you?
Good,
We're
Stuart.
good,
Yeah,
we're good. Now,
right.
first of all, how has the first day of Swamp Soccer action gone?
Fantastic. It was brilliant fun. We've got 42 teams here from all over the world, and we've just had the first day over. We've got 100 games to play over 3 days, and the first days went smoothly.
OK, now explain exactly what Swamp Soccer is. I mean, I think it's fairly explanatory from its title, but just go for it.
Swamp soccer is just very simply, it's football in a swamp. We play 6-a-side on a 5-a-side pitch, and we have all male teams, we have mixed teams of men and women. The rules are similar to football with the exception there is no offside rule, and you can use as many substitutes as you like because it's an extreme sport.
And it's very muddy.
Yep, that's right. The muck comes up to your knees.
So it's actually quite difficult to play then, yes?
What's that, sorry?
It's quite difficult to actually play if the mud comes up to your knees, yeah?
To play. That's why we encourage the teams to have large pools of players and swap around quite a lot.
OK, now tell us about the history of Swamp Soccer. It started off in Finland.
That's right. About a decade ago, the cross-country skiers there, they were training in a swamp, and apparently the story goes they threw a ball in one day, and they enjoyed it, and they started a tournament up there, and they've got over 200 teams that play in Finland now. And I met the guy that created it about 4 years ago in Iceland, and I said, this is a fantastic idea, can I introduce it to the UK? And he said, yep, so we've just went from there. So we're now doing our third annual tournament here.
So this guy actually has got a name, hasn't he? He's called the Swamp Baron.
That's right, he's the Swamp Baron. That's him, Jyrki Vannanen, the Swamp Baron.
Now, I've mentioned how difficult it is. What about the pitch? How difficult are they to prepare? Because you've got to have, presumably, a consistent depth of mud the whole way through the pitch.
They're very difficult. About a week before the tournament, we bring in some heavy machinery and churn up the ground. We're in a field, we churn it up, and Mother Nature adds water, but we've had such a dry year, even up in Scotland here on the west coast, that we had to use the local river next to us, and we put in about 20,000 gallons of water in all the pitches.
Now, have you been approached for the TV rights?
Well, the media love it, to be honest. I mean, they're really good because it's such a spectacle and it's something unique. I mean, that's what I like about Swamp Soccer. We have so many music festivals, which are great. In Scotland, we have so many Highland games, but Swamp Soccer is just completely different.
And what's the general vibe around the event, afterwards or before? Do people stick around for a while?
Oh, they do. They camp on site here. We're here for 3 days. It's a 3-day tournament, and we have live music at night as well. And, we put on other entertainment. I mean, the matches is the key thing, but it's just a great, it's just fun. The people love it.
It's adults having a kid kind of fun.
Exactly. That's why they love it so much. You jump in the muck and you become a kid again.
And is there anything more satisfying than waiting for the mud to harden and then picking it off over a couple of hours whilst having a beer?
Absolutely, yeah, you can't beat it.
And just quickly, they do take it very seriously as well, the teams, don't they?
Hey, some of them do. To be honest, the majority are here just for fun.
And you've got a tournament next year?
Yeah, we've got it next year. I mean, we'll be running it next year. We're doing a big survey this year just to see if they're quite happy with the location. So, I mean, we're actually thinking of trying it abroad as well. We're going to introduce it in Australia in 2 years because we think they'll love it down there. We usually have teams from Australia and New Zealand.
But they're going to end up winning because they win everything they have a go at. So don't maybe take it somewhere else.
That's right. No, well, when they played last year, they didn't win it. The Australians, the Aussies didn't win it last year.
Yeah, but they will. They learn so quickly, those Australians.
Oh, well, I don't mind. As long as somebody wins.
Stuart, thank you very much for joining us. That's Swamp Soccer, which is taking place up in Scotland.
All right, Johnny. Looking forward to some dad dancing from you tomorrow on the dance floor. Sal, you're on the way tomorrow to the party, to the big...